welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you're not new, again, welcome back. I'm here today to start off a series of readings for all 12 of the signs. The first sign we're going to start with is Scorpio. So Scorpio, I've already gone ahead and pulled some cards for you from the Soul's Journey lesson cards. And the first card that we pulled out for you was balance. So I've been sitting here and I've been getting into your energy about balance. And the first thing that came to my mind was this image of a knot, and it almost felt like it was in my stomach. And it was so deeply tight, like tightened, like it had been wrapped up and knotted over several times again and again. And it was just so firm in what it was, but then I started to feel the sense of something beginning to tug at that knot, something beginning to slowly unravel that knot, and I started to feel like, well, what could that be? Oh, hold on, this music is loud as hell. I'm the one that's talking. I started to get this feeling of something that was pulling away at this knot, or slowly trying to loosen these folds and these intertwined pieces. And the other two cards that came out were blame. So, did I read the balance card? It was, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world and I do so without judgment. And the blame card says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And you also got the card of friendship. So friendship, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So the feeling that I get when I saw these three cards together is you are coming to a place of understanding that no one else in your life is going to complete you. And when I say complete you, I mean no one is going to come in and balance you out. That's not what any relationship in your life is meant to do. No one is meant to balance you out. You're meant to balance you out. You have to take responsibility, and you have to take responsibility for that need to balance you out. I've already also gone ahead and pulled your spread for today. I used the Star Spinner Tarot. I love these cards. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the Nine of Cups reversed. And so the energy that I get from this card off rip is this sense of someone who is not balanced in themselves, especially emotionally. You are probably feeling just this sense of malaise when it comes to your day-to-day, because you feel like your fulfillment is just not there. You feel like you don't have the freedom to express yourself, or you may feel like your ability to express yourself is being blocked. At the root of your issue with the balance card in your spread was the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands with balance and with, hey, can we see the card, please? The Nine of Wands with balance at the root of the issue is, and with the Nine of Cups, is that you feel this sense of being blocked in. You feel this sense of having to look over your shoulder in your life, in your connections, in your relationships. And perhaps, maybe I get the vibe that you have long since been attracting circumstances that feed this type of mentality rather than heal it, that feed this need to look over your shoulder or feel like there's something coming up or coming against you. And in your space of what is feeding this situation, we have the Eight of Wands upright, and this could be just, well, what's feeding a situation of making you feel fearful and vulnerable to other people. Perhaps you move too quickly without thinking about what you're doing. You aren't doing things, you say, you're throwing out these thoughts, you're throwing out these expressions, but when we have the Queen of Wands here next to that Eight of Wands, it's coming from what sort of place? Is it coming from a place of balance, or is it coming from a place of insecurity, or is it coming from a need to feel validated? Is it this expression that comes for the sake of someone will now come back and say, hey, nice, I appreciate what you said, or for someone to recognize what you said or give attention to you? Is it coming from a place of needing attention from other people? And when you don't have that fulfillment in yourself and you just want attention from other people, you can't trust that attention now. You can't trust the attention that you're getting. What's bringing this situation to the surface is the Six of Wands inverted. And so what is bringing the situation to the surface? You are feeling, like I said, this overall sense of malaise, like something isn't right, like something has, I see almost like there's something that happened in the past or something that's happened just recently that is on your mind. And it could be a situation that you were talking up a big game, but you weren't actually where you were saying that you were. You thought that you had been doing the work, but then there were still these points in you. There was still this knot in you that was still so tightly wound. And now when you reflect on this situation, you feel frustrated, you feel irritated. But your harvest for this situation is that you will move forward, the Chariot. You will be able to move forward into a sense of, because right now this is just a very like feeling stagnant type of energy. But once you find that balance, the Chariot is all about being balanced with yourself and moving forward and taking action towards your goals, taking action towards your future, taking action towards what's in front of you, for you, fulfilled in you. And what you need to call, we have the Seven of Wands here inverted, and this is a wands heavy reading because we have the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands, six. Hold up, we have 6, 7, 8, 9 in this spread. 6, 7, 8, 9, and this deck is shuffled up. So y'all are, we have numbers 6, 7, 8, 9. So this could be steps. You could be on a path right now. Some of you could be on an incremental path upwards where you are taking the steps towards the future. But I almost see, if this is at the root of the issue, if 9 is at the root of the issue, then that means what you need to do is start working backwards. And this goes into what I said about the knot. You need, what is at the center of that knot? When you pull back all those other pieces that have been intertwined into this issue, and you see what that first loop was, what that first tug was, you need to work back towards, you need to pull out that knot and find out what is at the center of this. We have our outcome. It's the Ten of Cups inverted. So our outcome is a lack of emotional fulfillment. This is almost like, once again, I have that sense of reflecting on something in the past, reflecting on something that has happened. And did I even talk about the Seven of Wands as the thing that you need to cut out? Because the Seven of Wands is the thing that you need to cut out, is once again, the Seven of Wands inverted as the thing that you need to cut out, is you need to stop approaching these situations or like fights, like tests of might almost. Especially with all these wands here, you could be feeling the need to put a lot on your outside, to come into your expression with a certain standard that isn't really serving you. There's something that is just like, I just feel like something about the way that you are expressing yourself or presenting yourself to other people, and I feel like it's not something that's authentic to you. it's a mask almost to hide your authentic self, because you're insecure in your authentic self and you feel like your authentic self is someone that other people might see and reject. And I think that you need to overcome this feeling of rejection, because in your outcome, you have the Ten of Cups. And look at, once again, and these cards are so hella shuffled up, I can't even joke with you. We have the Nine of Cups as the overall, and then the Ten of Cups in the outcome. Like, that is literally, and they're both inverted. So it's like, that is that feeling that you feel, that feeling deep inside of you that screams for emotional fulfillment in yourself and doesn't feel it. What balance can you strike in relationships if you can't balance yourself? You can't expect someone else to balance you out. You can't expect other people to come and balance you out, because regardless of how balanced that other person is, if you're not balanced, if you don't have that balance within yourself, it will be difficult. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but you will face a lot of challenges in achieving your ultimate fulfillment, your forever fulfillment, because you deny parts of yourself, or you are inauthentic in parts of yourself for the sake of probably obliging to other people, for the sake of probably trying to look good or be what you think is acceptable for you to be. And it's weird because you do this and it's all ultimately in spite of yourself, because you still end up coming up as the Six of Wands inverted. You're still being brought to a rise by the Six of Wands inverted. You need to, and that's why the Chariot is here as what you need to get from this situation, is that you just need to move on from this mindset. You need to move on from this way of being and this way of thinking, and it'll be okay, because right now the path that you're on is not serving you. So I imagine, like, this reading just has so much tension in it, so much tension in the sense of not really feeling like comfortable with yourself, not feeling comfortable around other people, and needing to really honor what the root of that is, so that you can move forward, and so that you can, continue to live your life and do what it is that you want to do in a happy fashion. Especially since now I'm looking at, I cut the deck and we got the Four of Wands in reverse. Like, this is going to impact all, it's rippling out, it's affecting all your relationships. Your relationships are probably at the core of this. How you relate to other people is at the core of this. How you interact with yourself, but you see yourself through this context of other people's judgment. And it's funny because, is it their judgment? You reflect on that. Are the judgments that you place on yourself, whose judgments are they? Who do they belong to? Do they actually belong to the people that you meet and encounter on the day-to-day? Perhaps they did at some point in time, but do they still? Or have you just now started to see them as character traits that you have and that are inseparable from yourself, and so you are sure that other people will see it in you, so you have to hide it? I don't know. It's just, it's food for thought. But Scorpio, I'm gonna get up out of your business now and let us all go on back about our days. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and please like and subscribe, and feel free to share too, and you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great weekend again. Bye.